Hello everyone. Today we wanted to see the code where we can create a integrated agent which can call multiple tool, and if the results are not being solved through the tool, then the LLM can itself take a call, and that we wanted to do without using any Langchain or Langgraph framework. So just giving an example here. So this is a travel agent solution where I have just called my LLMs, and once I have called my LLM, I have a system prompt where I have asked the LLM that it is a helpful travel AI agent which has got three tools to calculate the expense, to get the weather update, condition of the city I'm planning to travel, and a long holiday list if I can get any. So for these three tools, I have created some custom logic, whereas in real time we can have some API integration to it. And then the prompt says that first we need to go into the tool and see, and then only the LLM needs to look at generally. And if it is not there, then the LLM needs to answer it, and the output should be a JSON format. So the calculate expense has some logic to incorporate the math. Get weather has got some hard coded values where I can get the temperature and cost per day details and all that. Long holidays, some upcoming long weekends I have there, and then the tools are integrated. Then I parse the LLM response, and after that I run the agent. So let me show how the LLM has worked here. So first of all, I'm asking the weather detail, like see the weather condition in the city I'm trying to travel, and it is going to the weather update, get weather tool, and getting all the details. What is the weather? What is cost per day? And then when I'm asking what is the expense of 5 days in a specific city, Delhi, it is explicitly it is calculating, it is getting the expression considering the cost per day from the previous input, right? Because in each iteration I'm sending the previous tool output as well to the prompt. So I'm getting that expression and I'm getting the calculation correctly. So the total cost is also coming correctly, and it is also giving me the weather update accordingly. Then I'm asking some math question to, some 2 raised to the power 10 plus a square root of 100 and the cubic root of 27. So I was hoping to, if whether it is able to transform it or not. So you can see in iteration 1 it has failed, in iteration 2 it has failed, but if you see that iteration 3 it was able to, sorry, it has failed, but yeah, eventually the result was able to calculate. Similarly, if I see in iteration 4 here, I have another question where it has how it has processed. So it has step by step break down the, and then it is calculating it. Then we have a multi-step reasoning where I there is a classic example how the LLM has hallucinated. So in the few iteration it was not able to identify the matching nodes somehow, and eventually if I see that it has hallucinated, and it has recommended from his own that around New Year plan the holiday in maybe in Paris or some other city. Then we have it has also tried to hallucinate for Bangkok, and eventually there after through multiple iteration we have the scenarios where I'm asking to get the palindrome numbers between 1 to 100. So in first few iteration it failed, the calculation failed, but after multiple, when it did break it down the problem into multiple steps, then it was able to identify the correct sequence of numbers. And it had also showed me the reasoning also how it has got, and along with the palindrome I asked it to get a um, uh, exponentials of the first five prime numbers. Then a basic question where I can cool place to visit in North India during summer holidays. It has given some suggestion which was not there in the tool. So, and we can also test it with lower grade LLM. So I'll just uncomment this, comment this, save it. So earlier result were from Llama from Sonnet. Now I'm just trying to get it through Llama and see. Just wanted to see the difference, what different LLMs may bring onto the table. So, like for the basic question, still it may able to answer correctly, but maybe for complex questions, right? It may struggle. For example, if you see for expense, it has not taken the 120. It is it is taking on its own. It is hallucinating and taking $1,000. So that's how different LLMs behave. And maybe if I work around with the prompt, it may still take it. But yeah, still just wanted to show how. But it will. But for this one, see, in the first iteration itself, it has calculated it and given me the answer correctly. Whereas the earlier LLM in the first few iteration it was failing. So that's how we see, how different LLMs behave, and internally if they are not able to process, how the fallback mechanism works within them. That's all for today. Thank you.